What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? It's your man, Boss Gang VIP. You've tuned in to another weekly money watch. If you haven't heard, there's been a lot of tension going on around the world. I am going to give you a quote from a famous man, Mr. King. In the words of Mr. King, can't we all just get along? If you haven't already, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel so you can get the updates as soon as they're available. Let's start it off like we always do. Update on the public portfolio. Everything is going absolutely according to plan. If you know anybody who's interested in learning how to invest the right way, make sure to send them over to the channel. This is an account we started with $100. We continue to be consistent and contribute every month, and the results continue to speak for themselves. Let's get into the U.S. economics calendar for the week. We always want to know what's happening in the week ahead. So we got the political factors that are affecting the market, as well as uh, some economic factors as well, right? So Monday, June 23rd, S&P flash U.S. services PMI, existing home sales, 9 a.m. S&P K Schiller Home Price Index for 20 cities, consumer confidence, 10 a.m. Eastern, Fed Chair Powell testifies to House Financial Committee. Wednesday, June 25th, new home sales. Thursday, June 26th, advanced U.S. trade balancing goods, advanced retail inventories, wholesale inventories, initial jobless claims, durable good orders, GDP second revisions. You'll have some Fed speakers. And Friday, June 27th, consumer sentiment, personal income, personal spending, PCE year over year, the Fed's preferred inflation gauge, core PCE index, and core PCE year over year. It'll be interesting to see what happens, considering the potential rise in oil prices. So I'm not sure how many people have been keeping up with the happenings with Iran and Israel and the USA and whatnot. But there are a lot of catalysts for energy to skyrocket, and I'll get into some of that price action. So you'll have that information. Let's get into the almanac for the week. So the week after the June quad witching, the Dow has been down 28 of the last 34 trading sessions, an average loss since 1990 of 0.8%. Tuesday, the 24th, is historically bearish, one of the most bearish days of the year historically. NASDAQ is only green 19% of the time, S&P 26.6% of the time, and the Dow 28.6% of the time. These are the statistics, regardless of any of the events happening in the world. When the numbers are that bearish, you definitely got to keep that in mind. Again, these are the numbers historically, regardless of any circumstances that are happening around the globe. Wednesday, the 25th, mixed market. The 26th, historically mixed. The 27th, historically mixed. Just to give a little insight going forward, after this, we're definitely going to have some bullish price action. We've had a great run. We got some discounts. Let's see if we get some more discounts. There's some things going to pull back. There's some things going to run. We want to take advantage of those things. Oil rises and U.S. stock futures. Asian share slip after U.S. strike on Iran nuclear sites. The price of oil has jumped more than 2%, and U.S. stock futures and Asian shares are down as global markets react to the U.S. strike against nuclear targets in Iran. We're definitely going to keep that in mind. U.S. issues world travel warning after Iran attack. We'll see if there's some opportunities that this has created. Let's get into the tickers. I'm looking at the first thing I'm going to look at is oil futures. Got this up on my chart, /CL. Right now, it's trading right above a 50%. This was from a low of 650 to the high, and we're right at that equilibrium around that 68.5. It's above a couple monthly broad informations. The first target for oil futures we're looking at is about 84.5. The second target we're looking at for oil futures is around 91.21. If you know oil futures are set to rise, then there are a lot of energy stocks that you can use to, kind of take advantage of that price action. One of the things as far as energy goes, we're going to be looking at super strong natural gas play, one of the strongest companies as far as natural gas goes, one of the leaders as far as that goes. This has been on an absolute tear, and I believe that tear is going to continue. So I actually got an entry for this one on the 1 minute. It's a 2-2 1 minute above $60.51. As far as targets go, it's way up in the sky. We're looking potentially way over $90 on this one, right? So yeah, it's pretty cool. We've had low entries on this one around 35, and yeah, this one should keep going. Let's see if this can get up to about 95. Like you're like probably like that's a long way away. It is what it is. I don't make the rules. I just call them like I see them. We know travel is going to be sketchy, so we'll see what happens on travel. I actually got some downside plays as well. So we're, typically, I'm bullish. I'm always bullish on the market overall, but price goes up, price goes down. So we just, take whatever the market presents and the opportunities it presents. Airlines, looking to take airlines to the downside, looking for entries on the 30-minute, 30 minutes below $21.55. So yeah, we're going to look to see if we can get some price action to the downside on this one. Let me show you what the day looks like here. So yeah, we're going to see if we can get some downside price there on Jets. Do we get down to this $17.77 mark? If you're like me, you like discounts, so that'd be a good thing. Something else to the downside, ZIM. It's been down off the highs, hit highs of over $20, and then had some weekly highs around 19, pulled back to 1653. I want to see if this continues to fall. Got a nice weekly entry on the downside. So there's a downside play as well, 2 week below $16.41 if this continues to fall. Can it go all the way down to maybe like $8.25? That will present some crazy discounts, but that's like a 50% drop in the stock price. So that'd be pretty drastic. But it's stocks. It is what it is. I don't make rules. I just read the charts. Will it, hold up at this gap fill level around 1430? We'll let the market decide what they want to do, and then we'll play it for what it is. The last thing I'm going to be looking at, AMD. Looking at AMD to the downside. AMD, I'm bullish, definitely. It's one of my favorite stocks overall. I'm definitely bullish, but I've been taking some short-term plays, alerting plays with my group, and I was able to take advantage of some weekly plays, played this one up to this yearly broadened information around this 132.5. So it hit that yearly broadened information. So I want to see if it starts to make the push back down. So we actually got a 30-minute entry on this one to the downside on AMD. So it is a 30-minute below 128.13. If this pushes down, first stop, got some price action around 26.15. And if we continue to fall, quarterly broad information 125, and below that, another broad information 117 as the first stop. And then, if it continues to fall beyond that, we could look around this 50% level, 106.36, if not lower. But I'm guessing somewhere around this 50% around that 106.36 if we get that move to the downside. So hopefully this helped everyone out. I know a lot of people are kind of like uncertain about the market. We don't necessarily always know what's going to happen, but we have a good idea and we know how to position ourselves the right way to take advantage of anything that happens in the market, regardless of what happens. Some stocks are going to go up, some stocks are going to go down. You just want to be on the right sides of the trade. If you have any questions for me, comments, wins, thoughts, anything, make sure to put those down in the comments below. Until next time, it's your man Boss Game VIP with the weekly money watch. I'm out. Peace.